The frescoes of the polygonal tower. The tower, polygonal on the outside and round on the inside, has changed in purpose over the centuries. Built at the end of the 3rd century AD as a defense tower along with the new wall, it was incorporated in the early Middle Ages into the Monastero Maggiore di San Maurizio, founded either at the end of the Longobardic era or at the beginning of the Carolingian one. Some centuries later, the ground floor of the tower was used as a chapel. As evidence of this use, an interesting cycle of frescoes dating back to either the end of the 13th century or the beginning of the next winds along the entire wall of the building's ground floor. The top border of the wall decoration is delimited sometimes by minders, sometimes by a series of fake perspective shelves, and the lower border by a frieze with minder motifs. The bottom extension of the decoration has been almost totally lost. After passing the entrance, starting from the left, we can see an enigmatic representation of the 3 saints in jail, one of whom holds a hand on the grate. Below the scene, in the lower register, there's a partially preserved representation of the fresco's clients, 2 nuns, or 2 novices perhaps, if the veil on their head was originally white. Next, on the upper register, there's the representation of a crucifixion with the Virgin Mary and St. John the Evangelist at the sides. After passing the window, we can see St. Francis kneeling while receiving the stigmata, which allows us to date the frescoes not before 1226, the year of the saint's death. There follows a set of 9 saints depicted standing in front of the niches, then a larger niche bearing the representation of St. Michael Archangel. The decoration continues with another set of 7 saints in the niches. The ancient sources do not provide us with data to explain this cycle. According to an interpretation dating from the 14th century, the tower was the prison of the saints martyrs, Protasius, Gervasius, Niebuhr, Felix, and Victor the Moor. On the basis of this reading, devoid of any historical foundation, the 3 imprisoned saints' figures have been identified with Victor, Gervasius, and Protasius. Recent studies have instead suggested that the 3 characters represent Maurice, Exuperus, and Candidus, martyrs of the Theban Legion, who were executed, according to tradition, at Maximian's order. From a stylistic point of view, the artist shows great spatial abilities in creating the prison environment. This spatial talent and knowledge is also evident in the scene of St. Francis. The pose of the saint and the composition reveal an up-to-date knowledge by the artist of the extraordinary innovations made by Giotto in the frescoes of the Basilica Superiore of Assisi.